It's time to put together a habit plan to help you reach your goals. In this module, you'll narrow in on your schedule for the first 30 days, figure out the best way to track your progress, and to determine the right kind of consistency for your specific habit. Researchers have long asked the golden question of habit change: how long does it take to form a habit? And you might have heard a few different answers: 2 weeks, 21 days, 30 days, 2 months. What's the right answer? Well, it depends. In one of the most important studies on habit formation, researcher Philippa Lally found that on average, it takes 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. But that's just the average. The actual range was huge, with the shortest being 18 days and the longest being 254 days. The factors that play the biggest role in how long it takes for a habit to stick: first, the complexity of the habit that you're building. Brushing your teeth is relatively easy, but quitting sugar can be more complex and requires a longer time for your body to adapt. And second, the unique life and traits of the habit builder themselves. It's much more difficult to build a habit if you're working, say, 60+ hours a week. But at the end of the day, trying to figure out exactly how long it takes to form a habit doesn't really matter, because building a habit isn't just a matter of crossing a finish line. It's an ongoing process of monitoring and modification. So whether it's 2 weeks or 2 months, the outcome should still be the same. We're looking to create lasting change in our lives, and that requires continued effort as our lives continue to change. What is clear from the science is that performing a habit consistently early on has a positive effect on the overall change. Philippa Lally says, early repetitions result in larger increases in automaticity than those later in the habit formation process. And there is a point at which the behavior cannot become more automatic, even with further repetition. So while there is no magic in any specific number, it can be helpful to focus your attention on the first 30 days, because as we've just learned, early repetition increases the likelihood that the habit will stick.
Day 5, that's 5 hours of meditating so far.
And I will say, it's a far more realistic goal to focus on the first 30 days instead of saying, okay, here we go, I'm going to build this habit forever. Now, at the end of 30 days, you might decide that a specific routine isn't for you. Maybe you tried jogging each morning, but you realized that you didn't truly enjoy it. Or tried reading every day, but you decided that you'd rather try listening to podcasts instead. That's totally okay. When it comes to building habits, there are just so many alternatives that you can experiment with. Start back up with something else that might interest you for the next 30 days. This entire project needs to be viewed as one big experiment. Test everything from the routine that you think you want to build to the many tactics and strategies that I'm sharing in this course. Now, in order to make the most of your first 30 days, you need to know exactly how and when you're going to do your habit. And you have to have a plan for everything that could go wrong along the way, because as I've learned, that is inevitable.